A young Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, defiant, fearless, stylish and beautiful, then as she is today. That's how the world was introduced to her, as the wife of the country's best-known activist and soon-to-be political prisoner. And so began the fascination with Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, as photographers scrambled to capture her regal beauty. Since then, she's become one of the country's most photographed people. Some of the most iconic of these works is by a renowned photographer who captured her image during her most trying times in the 70s and 80s.
She is a beautiful lady here. The Madikizela family are beautiful. And she doesn't use any makeups. It's natural beauty. Following
the lengthy imprisonment of Mandela and his comrades, their spouses were thrust into unsolicited leadership roles. While some were reluctant, others, such as Madikizela-Mandela, accepted the thorny crown.
Tell me what happened, how you came to shoot her son. This is the mother.
Like Cleopatra, Winnie Madikizela-Mandela has been a timeless beauty. She was attractive in her late adolescent, early adult period, which made Nelson Mandela swoon over her. And she retains that beauty. She retains that largely because despite all that has happened to her, she's been able to acknowledge who she sees in the mirror and has attempted to make sure that that image remains vibrant and attractive.
The woman that South Africa grew fond of was a beautiful young woman from whom her husband drew strength. In a prison letter written to her, Nelson Mandela marvels at his wife's beauty in a family portrait she sends him.
To me, the portrait aroused mixed feelings. You look somewhat sad, absent-minded, and unwell, but lovely all the same. The big one is a magnificent study that depicts all I know in you. The devastating beauty and charm which 10 stormy years of married life have not chilled. I suspect that you intended the picture to convey a special message that no words could ever express. Rest assured, I have caught it.
In addition to photographers, musicians also shared their fascination with the struggle icon. Most notably, late jazz singer Satima Bia Benjamin, who wrote a song in praise of her beauty and strength.
In the Cape Times today, Dougie Oates quotes a song penned by Satima Bia Benjamin called Winnie Mandela, Beloved Heroine. I'm going to begin by reading a bit from the song. Winnie Mandela, beautiful, brave, and brave is she, a symbol of courage to all who strive to be free. We love her grace and dignity. Beloved heroine is she. She leads the way, never showing doubts and fears. Soft, gentle eyes, reflecting all those unshared tears.
This was the occasion of her 80th birthday celebration. After a long absence from the public's eye.
Mama, we know your life so well. It's been made into films, it's been made into documentaries, and we know when you met Tatwe to Madiba, how beautiful you were, and you swept him off his feet. You were a diamond that was born to shine, and you did shine, but also to last and never to break. And like a diamond, Winnie displays and conveys complexity, she displays strength, and she displays beauty.
Madikizela-Mandela has not only been a timeless beauty, she's also a style icon in her own right. Her long-time designer, who's been dressing her since the 80s, can attest to this.
She's a doll in terms of how she dresses up. Even if ever you have done a mistake, you will never see on her body, because, in the garment that you have designed, because she's got that charisma of carrying that look, that character of your garment that you wanted to put at the time. And also, she has got her own art in terms of enhancing whatever that you are doing. For an example, I'll use a pure, simplest thing as a duke. You will give her a duke, but the way she will turn around that turban and that duke, in terms of making the point that she makes that kind of a statement.
We were the cannon fodder, we were the foot soldiers, and we were exposed to the viciousness of apartheid.
Director of this award-winning documentary talks about her beauty as not just being physical, but something that radiates from within.
Even though she understands, with her acute intelligence, all those things that have gone wrong and gone awry and all the contradictions that keep being played out in this country, her heart and soul, her intelligence, her commitment is to bettering the lives of South Africans. So when you speak of her beauty and her charisma and that incredible shine and power that comes through, I think it comes from her human love and her commitment to principles that are, in my view, of primordial importance everywhere in the world.
Madikizela-Mandela herself has always been modest about her appearance, downplaying all the attention she sometimes gets. Modesty notwithstanding, Winnie Madikizela-Mandela remains an eternal beauty, a characteristic that draws from her strength and fearlessness. One that's beautiful in its own right.
Happy birthday, Mum Winnie. That's a report from our archives by Zinziswa Mani.